started my journey almost 20 years ago. I started in PR agency, and then I spent about 7-8 years in activation agency, and it actually where my love on brand building and storytelling started. So it's really about how do we bring the story of a brand closer to the audience, so the audience can really experience the brand itself. It really makes what we do is powerful, right? So I think that's how it all started. And then I joined Uber many years ago, from the very beginning of Uber until the very end of Uber Indonesia. And then I joined Gojek, and then I joined Spotify more than 6 years ago. And I'm very lucky to be able to work in the brands that I really love, and like I use the product every day, and it's really showing when you have, you know, a passion on what you're doing and you have to love on the product that you're selling. It's really come from the heart that you can really show and tell the stories about what's good about the brand and how can this your brand makes really an impact on your life. So that's kind of a pivotal moment on really telling people on what I love, and it's just creating storytelling and creating a meaningful connection with the fans and also the brand. Yeah. Spotify is a brand globally. We've always known that we're a fun, we're a playful brand, but we're also very data driven, as you might already familiar with rap, right? But when it comes to our market in Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia, it's all about knowing the audience. It's about understanding what they love to listen, when they love to listen to things, and it's really about understanding the people. And how we do marketing campaign in Indonesia is really how do we create a very meaningful storytelling based on their daily life. So it's a very, everyday situation that people can relate to, but how do we highlight that in this very humor that Indonesian can understand, humor that Indonesian can appreciate. So even though we're a global band, we always want to know about the Indonesian or the local, and how do we bring this local culture to become elevated, because we're Spotify and we're a global brand. It's something that we can do. So that's the example of how we're combining the local nuances and also the global power of Spotify. I can select a few that we're really proud of in the market. Is number one, as we mentioned, Suara dari Indonesia. As you can see behind here. So Suara dari Indonesia comes from the story of that Indonesian has a really big national pride. When we see that Indonesian artists going big into the international stage, people are just raving and supporting them, right? Because we really have that big national pride in all of us as Indonesian. And Spotify comes and we want to celebrate that. And we also understand there's a diversity of music, that artists coming from the different region in Indonesia. So we launched Spotify Suara dari Indonesia a few years ago to celebrate different artists coming from different regions. We actually had 7 different artists coming from 7 different regions that you can see here. We're having artists from North Sumatra, from Jakarta, West Java, East Java, Central Java, Yogyakarta, and also East Indonesia. So we highlight them and we really celebrate them as an artist and how the roots really influence them as the musician, and how Spotify is also supporting them coming to the global stage is we bring all of these artists and we highlight them in our New York Times Square out of home. So that's where we can see that Spotify really can help and celebrate you as an artist and bring you to the global stage. And I think this is really want to show that, hey, we understand and we want to celebrate all of this Indonesian pride together with the fans in Indonesia. And I think that's one of the campaign that we are very proud of. And not only that, the other campaign that we're also super proud of in Indonesia is RAP. As you know, rap is a global campaign that all markets celebrating rap, and all Gen Z probably who listen to the music celebrating rap. But what is unique about rap in Indonesia is that 2 years ago we also understand that the audience in Indonesia is very different than the audience in the other market. We know that in Indonesia a lot of people are actually still watching TV. So 2 years ago we actually launched Spotify Rap Live Indonesia, live on broadcast TV, the first in the world. So that's what we launched 2 years ago, and last year we actually launched the same TV show in Thailand. in partnership with our TV partner in Thailand. So that's really showing that how Indonesian market is also something that, and the market where we created something the first in the world for Spotify. We really want to celebrate how Indonesian fans listen to the music, how Indonesian fans listen to the podcast, and we want to celebrate that, and we want to bring that where our audience is, and one of it is through TV. So we want more people to be able to see and celebrate these artists that they love to listen throughout the year. I think partnership is definitely one of the key for Spotify, especially in Southeast Asia and Indonesia. And for the example, Indonesia, we had a partnership with this TV station called RCTI or MNC. We're not only celebrating Rap with Rap Live TV show, but this year we're very proud that we'll be able to support Indonesian Idol in RCTI. So I think we all know that Indonesian Idol is a really big show in Indonesia, right? We can see that all of the big talents on big musicians in Indonesia actually coming from Indonesian Idol. And this year, for the very first time, Spotify is very proud to be able in partnership with RCTI to support Indonesian Idol from the very beginning to the very end. So we actually supported Indonesian Idol from the audition, where we opened Spotify Premium Fast Track for people who came to the audition in the several cities. Itu akhirnya the show started, we always step in, we did the mentoring with Juicy Lucy, one of the artists. Terus at the end of the episode, during the grand final and result reunion, kita juga invite fans Indonesian Idol to give, greetings to their favorite contestant, and we displayed it in our out of home so people can really interact with the fans of the idol. And I think it's really showing that we wanna have a partnership to be able to elevate the music in Indonesia, but also bringing the fans and their idol closer with Spotify. And we can see that everything's that happening in Indonesian Idol that's really topping the charts in Spotify. We can see that even the songs from the winner of Indonesian Idol is not only topping the viral chart in Indonesia, but also went to the viral chart globally for Spotify. We created 6 different TVC highlighting a catchy phrase of aku sih yes. Nah, jadi kan insightnya adalah banyak orang yang habis nonton Indonesian Idol, habis nonton pengen dengerin lagi lagunya. Nah, gimana caranya? Habis nonton dengerin Idol, jangan lupa dengerin lagunya di Spotify, aku sih yes. So we created 7 different series of this TVC to highlight different ways of people enjoying Indonesian Idol and then listen to the music on Spotify. Ada juga yang mau nyanyi sambil tapi lupa liriknya, denger lagi lagunya dan baca liriknya di Spotify, aku sih yes. So that's kind of the catchphrase that we're using for Indonesian Idol from the very first until the very end of Indonesian Idol. Kalau di Spotify sendiri sebenarnya nggak cuma AI ya, tapi kita juga punya namanya algoritma, dan kita punya namanya algotorial playlist, di mana is really tailored to you based on your favorite and your listening habit. Kita juga punya feature-feature baru, kayak misalnya ada daily playlist. So it's a playlist that is actually being updated several times a day based on your kind of music that you listen to that particular moment of the day. Jadi kalau setiap pagi kamu bisa cek playlist kamu, playlistnya apa, terus ya cek lagi playlistnya beda, sore cek lagi, sampai malam cek lagi, playlistnya beda. Really depends on what kind of music that you listen throughout the day. Kita juga ngelihat really the growth of video podcast in Spotify, that the consumption of video podcast on Spotify is really doubling down year over year, and we can see that people really wants to see and consume video podcast in Indonesia, and I can see that's really changing the way that people are consuming the content in Spotify. Dan itu juga kita juga ngelihat banyak banget feature-feature yang really wanting to understand more about our audience that is coming to the platform, and I think some of the features is actually already launched in other market, tapi mungkin belum sampai di Indonesia. Contohnya seperti AI DJ, we already launched it in the Philippines, but not in Indonesia yet. We also have another features like AI playlist that's already launched in Singapore and Malaysia, but it's not launching in Indonesia yet. But it's really about tailoring how do we bring and all the content that you will love more and more to your Spotify. That's kind of how we really work in Spotify, and how to make sure that we bring you all the best content that you love based on how you listen to a video podcast and also to the music. really entering this era of people and users are not just receiving the content, but they are also part of the creator. And in Spotify, we really understand that behavior because we're seeing that a lot of people love to share the songs on Spotify, people love to share their lyrics on Spotify, and people are really consuming that because that's how all of these users are now all creators for Spotify. So that's why kita juga salah satunya adalah we wanna create the campaigns that truly highlighting the voice of Indonesian fans. Contohnya the campaign that we just recently launched yaitu adalah Supportify, where we invite all the fans in Indonesia that really wanna give the support to their favorite national team that will be competing in an international tournament. So what we invite is really we want to invite people to share the stories to support their favorite team, and then we highlighted all the songs into our out of home and said like, hey, this is the longest playlist that we're really showing all the songs that people has been sharing to support the national team. So because we want to say that hey, all of these fans are creators too, and we really want to amplify more and more the voices from the real fans in Indonesia. That's just one example. I think if you can also understand that rap is all about how fans sharing the the rap stories that they have, who is their top artist, what is their top songs, it's really showing that the fans are the creators, and Spotify as a brand we want to really support and amplify.